Hi boys and girls, it's Jenny from Art with Jenny K. Today's art project is going to be how to create a pop art landscape. Pop art is so much fun because it gives you the creative license to add polka dots to your trees and stripes to your mountains. That's something that any artist will always love. This landscape is inspired by the Sonoran Desert where we live. We're going to have mountains, beautiful sunsets, and we're also going to have some different types of cactus in our picture, including the famous cactus with the arms, which is called a saguaro cactus.
The steps of this project are going to walk you through how to paint a landscape in a pop art theme. If you do not have paint supplies, you could easily modify this by using paper, pencil, and something to color with. Use what you have, but follow along on the steps and learn how to make a colorful pop art landscape with us. If you're choosing the option to paint, you will need canvas or paper, brushes, and paint. Use whatever paint you have on hand. If you are choosing to modify this lesson, you will need paper, pencil, something to color with like crayons, colored pencils, or markers. Please pause the video here and gather your supplies. A landscape consists of three main parts: the foreground, middle ground, and background. The foreground is the space in the front of your picture. In this example, it's the two cactus and the ground. The middle ground, just like the name implies, is the middle of your picture, and in this example that would be the mountains. The background is what is in the back of your picture. Be careful, it doesn't mean the back side of your paper. It's what sits behind the things in your image, and in this example that is the rays of the sun and the sun itself. To get started, use a light color like light green or yellow for the underpainting of your picture. You're going to first draw the horizon line on your painting about a third of the way from the bottom. Now you're going to draw your first cactus, and that's a saguaro. That's the cactus that's tall and looks like it has arms. Start toward the bottom of your painting and make your cactus go all the way till it almost touches the top, and then paint it in solid. Then draw another cactus, an agave, that sits a little bit lower to the ground on the other side of your painting. I want you to take your time on this project, so please pause anytime you need to. This video is going through the steps quicker than you'd actually be able to make the painting because it's a pre-recorded video. So please pause between steps, do your painting, and then come back and get the instructions for the next part. Now I want you to think of a triangle shape to draw in your mountains. You can put 2 mountains, 3 mountains, whatever you like, and then put a sun in the middle by using a little bit of an arch shape that goes between 2 mountains. Now, I want you to start with yellow and color in your sun. You can also color in any other part of the picture that you want yellow. We're going to start with yellow, and then we're going to move to orange. Doing this is going to help us keep our water cleaner for longer if we move from light colors to dark colors. After you've done your yellow and orange, you're going to move into reds and pinks. These are great colors to add to the rays of your sun. Traditionally, mountains are depicted in shades of purple. So find some purple, mix white to make light purple, mix just a tiny bit of black to make a dark purple, and fill in your mountains with shades of purples. Go back to those cactus that you originally drew in green and see if you can add a darker green as a layer. Use different shades of green to give different texture and variety to the cactus that sit in your foreground. Now that you have finished painting your foreground, middle ground, and background, we're going to add another layer. This layer is going to be patterns. I want you to add polka dots, stripes, chevrons, anything you can think on top of the different layers of your picture. An easy way to do this is to add white to any color, and then you can paint right over top of the colors you've already used. When you're finished with this step, you're going to have a painting full of color and beautiful patterns. The last thing you're going to do to your painting is to outline everything with black paint. Now, be careful and do this only once your painting is dry so you don't smear the colors. Get a brush and put a little bit of black on it, and then go over all of the lines so that your foreground, middle ground, and background show up beautifully. If paint is too hard for you to control, you could also do this step with a Sharpie marker, or you could just go without it. Either way, I know that your landscape looks absolutely beautiful. Great job today with your pop art landscape.
Okay, boys and girls, I hope you had a lot of fun with that project. Now that you know what a landscape is, feel free to see if you can draw what a landscape looks like where you live. If you don't live in the desert like we do, I bet it's pretty different. Remember that you want to have a background, a middle ground, and a foreground. So see if you can challenge yourself to take a piece of paper, look out your window or go outside, and draw the landscape that you see right in front of you. Thanks for joining us. If you decide to share what you created today on social media, please feel free to tag @ArtWithJennyK. We would love to see what you created. Until next time, take care.